genuinely to protect people, then you could argue it's okay.
Okay, we're going to our commercial break again now, natural break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about self-deception, about deceiving ourselves. So join us after the break for Open Minds.
Head lice. Oh no! In just 5 minutes flat, clinically proven Full Marks kills head lice. Full Marks. Forget about head lice in 5 minutes.
I first started using Knorr chicken stock cubes for seasoning. I'd mash them into a paste with olive oil and rub it in to lock in the flavours. Some say you can't buy taste. I disagree. Knorr chicken stock cubes. Try it for yourself.
Oh my word!
If Carlsberg did kickabouts, they would probably be the best in the world.
Mucky plates, greasy pans, sticky bowls. Every year, a dishwasher cleans over 8,000 dirty items. But who cleans the cleaner? Finish dishwasher cleaner. Power away the hidden grime.
How Sif broke the curse of the streaks. The princess cleaned and cleaned, but horrid streaks cursed her bathroom until she summoned Sif, Power and Shine. Sif banished all the limescale and streaks. For 100% streak-free shine, there's always a beautiful ending with Sif, Power and Shine.
John and James need instant action and long-lasting relief from heartburn and indigestion. That's why they use Gaviscon Double Action. It gets to work instantly and lasts twice as long as antacids. Get dual relief from heartburn and indigestion. Use Gaviscon Double Action.
Thousands of feet in the UK chose the Scholl Express Pedi for soft, beautiful feet. Now discover the latest innovation from the foot experts at Scholl. The new Velvet Smooth Express Pedi with diamond crystals. Its smoothly rotating roller removes hard skin effortlessly for soft, beautiful feet in an instant. New Scholl Velvet Smooth Express Pedi with diamond crystals. And now you can save £10 at Argos.
Farmers tried many ways to combine olive oil with rich, creamy butter until they discovered Bertolli with butter, a delicious blend with butter and olive oil. So tasty, they fell in love with it. Bertolli with butter, a delicious blend with butter and olive oil.
Welcome back to Open Minds. We're talking about truth, lying and deception. What I want to talk about now in this part is about self-deception, about lying to ourselves, which I think we all do. And I want to ask the question, do you think it's a necessity that we lie to ourselves in order to, again, back to protection. It makes us feel better about ourselves in the sense that if we were fully truthful to ourselves, about ourselves, we wouldn't be able to cope with it. We'd become sad, depressed. What do you think about that? Is it a necessity?
I don't know, because sometimes I suppose it depends on your perception of yourself. I mean, some people can't actually see the truth about themselves. I mean, somebody who's suffering from...
Not any truth at all.
Well, anorexia, for argument's sake. Some people will look in the mirror and they will constantly see themselves as being fat. And as a result of that, will starve themselves. So they can't see... they are deceiving themselves.
They're not lying to themselves.
I deal with women every day who have body dysmorphic or disorders and who will look in the mirror and see something that actually isn't true. And it's an absolute distortion of perception. But it's their truth, it's real to them.
Yeah. It's not a Billy Liar sort of scenario. No. A Billy Liar scenario, a Walter Mitty thing, is where you are living a lie so much to actually build yourself up or some other motivation. That the truth, you create a truth. You tell yourself so many times that these lies that you start to believe it.
But that's a better world, isn't it? The Walter Mitty, you are more and you are better than you really are. Whereas with somebody, that's got body dysmorphia, they are always worse than they really are.
Yes.
They're fatter, they
Negative
are ugly,
self-talk.
and so therefore, they turn that in on themselves.
Yeah, I think what I'm talking about is when we deceive ourselves in a kind of a low level kind of way, where we say, I can't play football at all. I'm really bad at football. I'm too old to play football now. My son actually happens to be a good footballer, but when I was younger, I used to tell myself I wasn't that bad, when actually I was really awful. But I kind of needed to tell myself that in order to make myself not feel so bad about not being able to play. I mean, that kind of thing.
Sometimes you actually, tell yourself, I'm not that bad, and you believe that. It's only when someone else comes along that's really, really, really good that you actually realise that you're really, really rubbish. So in a certain kind of reality, you can be telling yourself something, and yes, you may be deceiving yourself, but if there's nothing to compare your ability to, then yes, you may be quite good.
I mean, I'll give you another personal example. Okay, when I was young, a little bit older, for a very, very brief window, I sang in a punk band. Right now, really, it was absolutely awful, and and I can't sing to this day, and but I kidded myself for a few months that we were going to be the next Sex Pistols, and that I was really good at this thing, and I wasn't. But it made me feel good about myself at a time when I probably had lower self-esteem. I mean,
I thought that being in a punk band, it was an advantage to sing really badly. But that's a difference.
Myth, actually. That's actually a lie. That's not true. And
that's a media lie.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah. As I found out very quickly, when nobody wanted to actually hire us to play.
Yeah, I think lying to yourself has many motives. There's no expression that says you can kid others, but you can't kid yourself.
Oh, I think you can kid yourself, though.
But there is a saying, nevertheless.
Oh, yes.
And the saying is based on, experiences of many people over many years, that you really can't kid yourself. But I think that what that says is, unless you have psychologically convinced yourself that the lie you're telling yourself is the truth, then you can't kid yourself. Ultimately, you cannot kid yourself. If I keep saying I'm a great singer and I'm really rubbish, then that's not going to help me. I know she won't thank me for this, but my daughter used to blag her way into rock bands. Now, is that wrong? She was kidding herself that she could sing or she could play, but they got her in. And she then got better as a consequence of that. So she blagged her way.
And now she's a professional.
And now she's a professional.
Yeah.
And so blagging your way is more a case of having the confidence to know that if you don't get in there, you don't have a chance to do something to improve to the point where you are good at what you're blagging.
But you're deceiving others when you're
You're
blagging
deceiving
your way
others
in.
when you're doing
what
that.
What we're trying to say
Yeah.
is about deceiving yourself.
It is a kind, yeah. You can see why I would fall for that.
Yeah.
Kathy, what were you saying?
The sort of self-deception I've fallen foul of in the past, and I'm thankfully moving away from now, is as a self-employed person, when business has got bad in the past or become more difficult, I will kid myself that it's because of outside forces. It's not my fault. It's not because I'm not doing the right thing or I'm not putting enough effort in. And it's only when I've actually faced the truth for myself and taken responsibility for that and gone, actually, I could have done better there. I could have done this instead. I could have made a better decision, that business has started to improve again. And I think that in that case, lying to myself wasn't doing me any good at all.
There's also, in the same scenario, you could be telling yourself that the figures aren't that bad. And actually, you know, they look quite good compared to where I was a year ago. And you start to kid yourself about some fundamental economics, which possibly gets you into a lot of trouble then, because you persisted beyond the point where you could have fixed it or just got out. So kidding yourself that things are going okay, not because it's someone else's fault, but just you want it to be okay. So you tell yourself it is okay. And it can be quite destructive.
Some people could call that positive thinking, though.
You
could actually say, well, you know, don't dwell on the negative. Just try and look at the positive side of things.
Well, how about if we took it between a man and a wife in a relationship that is really deteriorating, but you're kidding yourself because you're afraid of leaving the relationship and being alone. So you kid yourself that, oh, well, actually things are okay. I can carry on, but in fact, it would be healthier for you to.
It's a bigger crisis.
So you get that, that's where that we back to expressions, but that's where the expression, you know, they were living a lie.
Yes.
You know, so this married couple that were kidding themselves, they were literally living a lie. I mean, can we do that? Can we just live in a zone which is actually a zone of untruth in that sense? I think we probably can, can't we?
And I think people will live like that maybe for long, long periods, maybe right to death.
Probably more often than not where children are concerned, they will.
Yeah.
It's worth it to kid yourself and to make yourself believe that things are okay and that you can handle it just for the sake of the children.
Because
that's a classic, isn't it?
Well, there are some couples who, you know, say, well, there was a time when we were going through a really, really rough patch, but we stayed together and now we've come through that.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So they haven't like kind of faced the truth and said, oh, you know, this isn't working, let's separate.
Or this isn't, maybe they faced the truth and said, this isn't working, let's go to relate, or let's do something about it.
Lying to themselves. Can I come to something else now? Some years ago, I was having some counselling, and it was over a work situation where I felt I'd been manipulated. And I asked my counsellor, Sarah, she was called, I said, Sarah, you know, have I been manipulated? And she said to me, she said, everyone is a manipulator, and everyone is manipulated. What do you think of that? Do you think that's true? Or do we live in this kind of manipulative universe?
It starts as a child, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It starts as a child. I know that if I say this to Mum, she's more compassionate, and Dad will let me have it, and she'll persuade Dad that I should have this, and vice versa.
Well, that goes on in my home, I have to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we know straight away from a very early age we're learning manipulation.
Yes.
Being manipulated, I think that's quite destructive. I think people, when they learn they're being manipulated, resent it.
It's a conscious thing, you mean?
Yeah. And to be manipulated, to find out that you've been manipulated, even if the person manipulating was doing so in good faith, I think it's very destructive.
I mean, what is manipulation? I mean, I could influence you to, you know, to change your career and become a successful something or other, or am I manipulating you?
If I had hired you to coach me in some way or to mentor me in some way, then maybe that's positive manipulation.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What is kind of manipulation?
It's the whole world of sort of PR and marketing and the whole communications world.
Advertising.
You know, advertising, you know, commercial manipulation.
So moving on from the family situation of manipulation, which is where I think we learn the power of manipulation from a very early age. Some people then go on to make it a business. You could argue that the media does it, the government does it. We can't necessarily say in every case for bad or for good, but they do it. And PR is about that. So being a good PR person is knowing how to influence people in the way you want them to view something. To make them buy something.
You want a certain outcome from that person,
Yeah.
as opposed to allowing them to choose an outcome, possibly.
Yeah, talk to a salesperson, and they will tell you that their goal is to make people believe something that they may not have fully believed before. It may not be for a bad purpose, but they're trying to change someone's perception of what it is they're selling, the product or the service that they're selling.
Selling deodorant, you wish people to believe that they smell?
No, that people smell, and that they're not going to be like that.
Or they don't smell nice, so they need to smell nicer.
Smell nicer.
Yeah.
Or people won't like you if you don't use this deodorant because you smell.
So or better still, people will like you if you use this.
Is that the karate
yeah,
adverts with the women?
Absolutely.
Coming,
Absolutely.
Is that a deceptive thing? Are we just, you know, what? Not we, but are they the big companies deceiving us?
Well, is it true or wrong? Is it true or false what they're saying? I mean, take the high karate thing. Is that a lie? That it will make you attract lots of people?
I've never seen anybody do that in real life. So either people aren't wearing high karate or it doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah. So does everyone who sees that believe that they're going to be doing karate with people?
I think.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it depends. A lie is that the person receiving it.
You're dating yourselves by talking about high karate. I haven't seen a high karate advert.
The Lynx adverts where the women are going along.
We're going to cut now to our commercial break, and then I promise to our viewers that when we come back, we're not going to be talking about high karate.
Oh.
We just carry on talking about manipulation for a while, I think. Okay, see you after the break.
Thanks.
Head lice. Oh no! In just 5 minutes flat, clinically proven Full Marks kills head lice. Full Marks. Forget about head lice in 5 minutes.
I first started using Knorr chicken stock cubes for seasoning. I'd mash them into a paste with olive oil and rub it in to lock in the flavours. Some say you can't buy taste. I disagree. Knorr chicken stock cubes. Try it for yourself.
Oh my word!
If Carlsberg did kickabout, they would probably be the best in the world.
Mucky plates, greasy pans, sticky bowls. Every year, a dishwasher cleans over 8,000 dirty items. But who cleans a cleaner? Finish dishwasher cleaner. Power away the hidden grime.
How Sif broke the curse of streaks. The princess cleaned and cleaned, but horrid streaks cursed her bathroom until she summoned Sif, power and shine. Sif banished all the limescale and streaks. For 100% streak-free shine, there's always a beautiful ending with Sif, power and shine.
John suffers from indigestion at night. His twin suffers from heartburn at night. Sometimes it's the other way round, or both. They trust Gaviscon Double Action. It gets to work instantly, lasts up to twice as long as antacids, and soothes even when you're lying down. Gaviscon Double Action, so heartburn and indigestion don't disturb your sleep.
Thousands of feet in the UK chose the Scholl Express Pedi for soft, beautiful feet. Now discover the latest innovation from the foot experts at Scholl. The new Velvet Smooth Express Pedi with diamond crystals. Its smoothly rotating roller removes hard skin effortlessly for soft, beautiful feet in an instant. New Scholl Velvet Smooth Express Pedi with diamond crystals. And now you can save £10 at Argos.